we're going to make a coffee cake. I really find that this is the best coffee cake, well, that I've ever made, because it's so easy and it comes out so light and so airy. You can use your stand-up mixer, which would probably be easier, but for the video, of course, so you can see, I'm going to do it with my hand mixer. You're going to need a very large bowl to start off with, and you want to start off with 1.5 sticks of butter that's been at room temperature. My butter is very soft right now because my kitchen is extremely warm. You're going to put in 2 cups, a little less than 2 cups of granulated sugar. And you're going to start to cream those together with the butter. And I'm going to put it on high so that I can move everything along here. Shape. Alright, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to need 3 cups of all-purpose flour, which you want to sift it. So this is already, I went ahead and sifted it ahead of time. And you're going to put in 4 teaspoons of baking powder to your flour. And that was 4 teaspoons. You're also going to put 1 teaspoon of salt in that mixture. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix it in just a little bit. And then I'm going to alternate it into my creamed mixture. And we're going to be adding 1.25 cups of milk in between. So a little flour and a little bit of milk. I don't want to overbeat this. I really just want to mix the cake. I'm not really on very high speed at all either, because I want it to come out very light and extremely airy. I've got my speed at about medium right now. Put a little bit more of my milk in. Clean the sides of my bowl, get to the bottom. Put it, the rest of my flour is in. And now I'm going to put the rest of my milk in. The milk was 1.25 cup of milk. I'm just going to raise my speed just a little bit. Getting to the bottom and working those sides. All right. And it's going to look like this. The next thing is I took 3 egg whites, which I beat ahead of time. So I'm going to just add these. But I'm just going to gently fold them in. So I'm just going to start at the center and work those egg whites. You want them to form nice high peaks. And just fold this in. So you're not overbeating the cake. You want it well mixed, and you want it combined, but you don't want to overbeat. Now you're going to need a 13 by 9, or if you have a little bit bigger than a 13 by 9, which I'm using, heavily grease it with a solid shortening. And I'm going to pour that batter, and I don't know if you can see how light and fluffy this batter is. This coffee cake is great, of course, for a cup of coffee, cappuccino, tea. Put that aside for the moment. And just level it off into your pan. And again, I don't know if you can see, but it's extremely light and fluffy. Now you're going to make the topping. So you're going to start off with 1½ sticks of butter that I just cut up in pieces. And in fact, I kept it in the fridge a little bit because my kitchen is so hot. And with the cutter, just start cutting up the butter in the bowl. And what you're going to add is 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour to the butter. And again, just cut that in together. You want it to be crumbly. Now you're going to add 1½ cups of brown sugar to the mix. That was 1½ cups. Alright. Let's get the butter out of this for the moment here. And the last thing that you're going to put in is 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. That was 2 tablespoons. Now you can also add nuts to this cake, and if you do, you're going to need 1½ cups of chopped nuts. I'm not putting nuts into it in this particular cake today, but you can use walnuts or almonds or whatever the choice of nut that you like. So I have the topping pretty crumbly and well mixed. Just going to use my clean hands at the time and get to the bottom of it. Rinse my hands quickly here. And the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to take your topping and you're going to just sprinkle it on the top. Now it's going to be an extremely heavy coating of this. Now this cake is going to bake at 350 degrees and it'll bake up anywhere between 45 and 50 minutes. I like to start checking mine about 35 minutes or so. And put all that topping evenly on the top of the cake. You are really going to be surprised how delicious this cake comes out. If you're adding those nuts, add that to your topping if you choose to do that. And then the cake, before it goes in the oven, will look like this, again at 350 from 40 to 45 minutes. And when it comes out, it's going to look like this. I went ahead and actually took just a glaze with powdered sugar and a little milk, and I put a glaze over on it. You don't have to do that, but it comes out extremely moist and very light. What a great tasting coffee cake. Fun to make, quick to make. Give this one a try. I hope you like it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.